Hey guys, welcome back to my space. We're outside today. We're in my backyard, and today I wanted to do like a little bit of like a kind of like a vlog where I go through some of my plants that aren't doing super well at the moment. I want to repot them. I want to figure out kind of my best guess at what's going on with them, and I kind of want to just see if I can save them. So I do have some really successful and healthy plants that you'll probably see in another video that I'm doing, but the plants in this video are a bit less happy. Some of them are dying, and yeah, this is, I guess, me trying to save them. So the first thing I want to do today is I want to unbox a lot of new pots that I bought for these plants. They all have drainage holes in them. When I first started getting into plants and doing all that sort of stuff, the first mistake that I made was buying pots that didn't have drainage holes in them, and the ones that don't have drainage holes, now I can't really bottom water them, and it definitely shows the difference between those that I'm bottom watering and those that I'm top watering. Some prefer top watering, but since I started bottom watering, I have had a lot of plants just been developing new leaves and just been doing really, really well. Like, I'll show you one. Give me a sec. This is my philodendron heartleaf. He is super duper happy, and pretty much this whole bit here and all of the leaves, I think, past here, all of these are new since I started bottom watering, and he's been doing really, really well. He's really happy. He's adjusted to the move into the new house really well. So he's doing really good, but some of the plants today aren't doing as well, so I'm gonna see if bottom watering maybe helps them go a bit better. So we'll see. So I bought a lot of new pots. I spent over $100 on new pots with drainage holes for plants and for cuttings of plants that I'm planning on propagating. So I'm really excited. I really want to unwrap all these new pots and show you what I got, because I think they're really cute. So we're gonna do that first. Let's do that. So now that we've unwrapped all of my pots, I'm gonna pop these to the side, and I'm gonna show you all of my plants that need a little bit of help and kind of give you a bit of a backstory as to how they've ended up the way they are, and then we'll start matching plants to pots. So this is my first plant that I want to try and repot or just save. I bought him on clearance at the plant store, and there wasn't a lot of information about him other than basic succulent information. There wasn't any name or anything specific really. It was just sort of generic succulent branding, like grouped together, and information, which wasn't really helpful. But he was already dying when I got him, and I kind of wanted to try and save him. I did manage to propagate one of his leaves and get roots off of it. So I'm thinking if I cut, you can sort of see his stem there. I'm thinking if I cut here and put it into new soil in a drainage pot, I might be able to save him. That is my hope. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna do my best. So this is the next guy that I'm gonna try and repot today, and straight away you can see what's wrong. He's in a glass jar, and when I started having plants and doing all this stuff, I thought it'd be great to recycle jars and to use them for plants, but there's no drainage in here, and you can clearly see that he's got mold starting in here. Well, not even starting, it's pretty decent. He's doing well though, so I want to try and repot him. I'm going to cut off this bit up here because it's dead, and I want to see if I can repot him and keep him going well. I'm really nervous about today because I really want to be successful. I want to save these plants. I feel like it's my responsibility. So I'm very nervous, but I'm also really excited to get started. So we're gonna do that. This here is my oldest plant, and you can see that he is very stretched. He has, I've tried to propagate these leaves here and I've taken them off there. But I didn't really know what to do with a stretched succulent until recently. I had a bit of a research, and today I'm going to follow those steps that I looked at, and we're going to hopefully save him. I've had this guy since I was probably, when did I get my first plant? I think when I was 17 I got my first plant, so I'm 22, nearly 23 now. So this guy is old. He's old, but he is doing really well. He's got a really nice head on him, so I think it's going to go really well in a new pot. So basically, the steps that I looked at on YouTube are to cut the plant at the head just under here and get rid of all the dead leaves and just stick it into a new pot of new soil. Succulents are really like great as a first plant because they're really easily propagated. You can start growing roots from them pretty quickly. When I first propagated my first string of pearls, all I did was stick the cutting into a pot of dirt, and it just started growing straight away, and it was amazing as someone who was new to plants that I could keep something alive but also make more of it. So that's kind of where the love of it all started. If you're looking at getting into plants, I would highly recommend succulents. This guy here, I can't say his name to save my life, but I'll pop it on the screen. He is a great starter. He has been fantastic over the years, and yeah, if they start stretching like mine has, just head over to YouTube, Google. They have plenty of people in there who have a much better idea of what they're doing than me. And yeah, I always end these things really weird. I always go, and yeah. Next plant. So this is my first string of dolphins, and he has not been happy about moving to the new house. He was doing really well at the old house, and I don't know what happened here. He hates it. Maybe it's summer, I'm not sure. I'm gonna see. I'm debating whether to put this one in a pot or whether to water propagate it. He's got all along here at the base, is dead, so I'm contemplating like cutting where it is green and maybe propagating water. We'll see. This one definitely could still stay alive if I pop him in water. I think water might be the best option here, but I'm not sure. I'll see how I go. Maybe I'll pop one cutting into dirt. I'll see. So this guy here was doing really, really well up until like a week ago, a week and a half ago. He just has gotten really, his leaves are dying and he just doesn't look super duper happy. He's the same, I believe he has the same species as this one. So I'm going to try and save him. He looks like he's started to stretch a bit as well. So I'm thinking I might take off the dead leaves and cut the head and put it into fresh soil. He's also got a second one just below it. I don't know if you can see right there. I'm going to try and propagate him into a separate pot. And remember, all of these pots that I'm taking them out of don't have drainage holes. I want to get these guys into new pots and see if bottom watering will work better for them than top watering, and just try and figure out why they're not doing as well and how I can make them feel a bit better. A lot of these plants haven't dealt well with the move. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had this issue of when you move house and you move plants out of where they normally are and where they're happy, they can get a bit cranky. I've been very lucky with a lot of my plants. They've been happy and they've adapted really well. But some of them, like these guys, just aren't doing so well, and I just want to help them make it through, because we're going to be here for a few years, so I want them to survive. Next plant. So the next plant that I want to repot today is, he isn't doing bad, he's actually doing really, really well, and that's why I want to put him into a bigger pot. This is probably the fussiest plant that I have ever had in my life. He is a Catanthe Grey Star. I don't know if I've said that right, but when I first got him, he hated me. He did not like any of the sunlight that I put him in. He did not like the watering. He was just so fussy. You forget to water him once and he will just curl up and look dead. So after we moved and after I started bottom watering him, he is thriving. You can see he has heaps of leaves. All of these big ones here and here, they're all new. He is going really, really, really well, and I think his root system has definitely improved a lot more, so I think it's time for him to go into a bigger pot, just so he doesn't get root bound to this current pot. And yeah, let him keep growing, and I think he's going to get pretty big. I don't know, how big do you get? I don't know how big he gets, but I think it's time for him to pop into a new pot and just see how he goes. So we're going to do that today as well. And this plant here is my latest plant. Here's my new baby, and it is a Philodendron micans. If you know me, you know I am a sucker for a philodendron. I love philodendrons. I have a few now, but I just kind of just want to buy them all. There's the weight of my heart, a philodendron. And I went to the plant store the other day and I just saw his leaves and they just look so velvety and dark and really nice. So I had to have him. So I got this boy, and he's doing good too. He really enjoys bottom watering as well. He's already sprouted like 2 new leaves since bottom watering. So I'm going to keep doing that, and yeah, we're going to put him into a new pot and see how he goes, and hopefully he survives because he is fucking beautiful. So this is the other plant that I want to try and save today. I kind of thought he was already dead, and when I went out to go get all the plants that I wanted to repot today, I noticed that he has all these new roots growing. I don't know if you can see those on camera. He's got all these little pink roots growing, and which is really, really surprising because he has never done well. This plant has been the bane of my existence since I got him. He doesn't like any watering. He doesn't like any dirt. He has hated me. He's not gotten any bigger since I bought him, and suddenly he's got all these new roots, and I don't know how or why. But yeah, we're gonna do our best to save him today and repot him into something with better drainage. And hopefully he does well. I'm gonna try and figure him out. If you know what this plant is, I don't know if you can tell, like he's very sad right now. If you know what this plant is, please tell me, because I have Googled and I just can't figure it out. I don't know what he likes in sun or in water, but he's been in the shade and suddenly he has all these new roots, and maybe he just doesn't like sun, which is, I don't know. But I'm going to try and save him today as well, so we'll see. This is the last plant, and it's not really a plant that's doing badly, it's just one that I've propagated that's doing really well, so I'm gonna start him in his own little pot. I started this one from a cutting when I first got into plants, and he's just kind of stayed this size, and I think it's time to pop him into his own pot and get him a bit bigger. These peat pots can just be put straight into dirt. They will degrade over time and they're friendly, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pop that into some soil and bottom water him and see how he goes. So yeah, those are all my plants and those are all the new pots. So I'm gonna match up these plants to the pots and kind of just do what I was talking about with trimming, cutting, getting rid of dead leaves, and just seeing how I can save these plants best as I can. And fingers crossed it all goes well, and we'll see. So yeah, I'm just gonna put on some music and just chill out. So enjoy this little vlog of me repotting some plants. Let's get into it. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little plant video. I really enjoyed making it. It was really nice just to be able to chill and repot some of my plants, and I'm really hoping they all do well. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you want more plant content, please let me know below. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next one.